Hi guys, welcome, and if you're new here, my name is Elaine, and on this channel I talk about bags from mid-range to vintage luxury. And today I'm going to be doing my top 8 most worn bags this past winter. So basically the last 3 months. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so I'm going to start with the bottom of the bunch. So top 8, but these were all worn the least in the top 8. So this basically the bottom half. So these were all worn 6 days each. And I'm going to go over it real quick. So this one is the Songmont Mini Your bag. Did I do a review on this? I think I did do it. I did a review on this comparing this to the Polène bag that I'm going to also be showing you in a little bit. This is in the color Celestial Blue. It fits my essentials, so it's good on a light day where I only just have to carry like phone, keys, wallet, little mini mom pouch. I also wore this a lot when it was raining. It was kind of my go-to rain bag. Granted, you don't want to get this bag soaked, but a couple of water drops here and there, you just wipe it off. Very easy, very low maintenance. So yeah, I'm sure that's why that's on the list. Also worn for 6 days is my Neo Garden Party 23. Yeah, I know it's more of like a spring summer bag, but I just had it out and I was like, you know what, I don't use it enough. So I just did I used it for, a couple of weeks. Also very easy grab and go bag. Obviously I wouldn't wear this when it's raining, even though it's canvas. I just don't carry Hermes bags when it's raining. But yeah, a little cutie that I probably would be wearing a lot more come spring and summer. And then also another Hermes bag is my Toolbox 20. This is my favorite. Actually, my Grist Pearl one that I got in Japan is also on the list, but it's just further down, so I'm not counting it. But this is the one in glycine. Love this bag. I really just honestly throw stuff in there. It is genuinely a toolbox for me, a daily toolbox. And then last but not least, on this bottom half here is my Petit Arsan, also from Hermes. Again, I don't wear this when it's raining, but this is a great sort of weekend bag. I can wear it either as a crossbody or a shoulder carry bag. Got this one actually relatively recently. I got it at the end of 2024, so the fact that it's already on my top most used bags for the winter is a pretty remarkable thing. And I'm just taking a look at this picture here and I'm just realizing, like, even though it's winter, I have totally gone pastel here, and this is very much a spring palette, but winter whites. I think I do end up wearing a lot more darker clothes in the winter, and I want to offset it sort of with like lighter color bag. And so that's probably why all of these are on the top 8. But let's move on to the next bunch. And then next on my list at 7 days of wear is another Hermes Petit Arsan. So as you can see, this and the Toolbox are my most favorites and most used Hermes styles. I'm not a Birkin or Kelly gal. I'm a Arsan, Petit Arsan and Toolbox gal. So yes, I have all my accessories on here, including my pickup book, my vintage Hermes bookmark, and a Pegasus. This one I actually probably use more than the white one because it is very easy to use. I don't have to worry about color transfer. But yeah, the Petit Arsan is just one of my favorites because, again, it can fit basically my daily essentials, and then I can either wear it as a shoulder bag or a crossbody bag, and I do end up wearing this a lot on the weekends. And at 9 days is my Polène East West Noof bag. So this is actually also another one of my rainy day bags. This and the Songmont Mini Your bowling bag are my rainy day bags. I mean, I use mid-range bags for rainy days because, the leather tends to be a little hardier, especially this pebble leather. I mean, you obviously don't want to get it soaked, but again, you just wipe it off and it's good to go. This one, what's funny is I did do a review comparing these two bags, and funny enough, these two are my top 8 bags for the winter. A little bit more about the East West Noof. I would say capacity is about the same or a little bit less than the Mini Your. Yeah, the zipper still fairly stiff. I have worn it when it's raining, but I actually would never wear this with a winter coat. So I can wear this with a sweater on sort of the more like warmer days in winter, especially in California. It's like, 60s. But if I have to wear a coat, I would not put this on because it just doesn't stay well. Like the clearance here and everything, it just doesn't grip the shoulder very well. So yeah, not my go-to when it comes to winter coats. Yeah. Okay. Next is 10 Days is my Row East West India bag. Again, like I said, I guess, 9 days, 10 days, I'm very much into this East-West sort of style. This one I did get in early January, and so I wore it quite a bit since I got it. I did wear it in Japan. I got this in Japan and I wore it there, and I also wore it quite a bit when I came home. Fits a lot. The capacity on this is actually more than most of these other bags, except maybe for the toolbox. So if I do need to carry a little bit more, this is a good one, and it still does fit well over my shoulder. I did do a Battle of the Boston Bags video where I compared this with an Hermes, Michino, and a March Sherwood, and this was somewhere in the middle, but I still love this bag. Leather, gorgeous, and yeah, very easy to use, especially if you don't stuff it too much. Of course, would not use this when it's raining, but when it's not, it's a good daily bag. And last but not least, again, you guys must be bored. Here is my Loewe small puzzle bag. Again, it is my most worn bag. It pretty much shows up number one most of the time, but especially in the winter, and especially if I travel during the winter. So this was my travel bag going to Japan. It did fit everything. It was a little tight. The capacity is actually a tad less on this bag compared to the East West India bag, but still love it. And a recent addition has been this neon strap. I don't know if it's an old Loewe style. It does say Loewe. It doesn't have the anagram on it. I got it through Japanese eBay for actually a really good price. And so I decided that, I've been looking for a canvas strap for my puzzle bag because the strap that it comes with is quite thin, narrow. So when I do load it up, especially when I was in Japan, if I put it on my shoulder, I would get shoulder aches and pains. And it was, I'm getting to the age where it has to be comfortable. I found this strap, it can be made crossbody. Right now it's at the shortest length, so I can make it a shoulder carry bag. Very comfortable. It is a little bit bright though, so we'll see. Is it no surprise? Number one, yet again, is it getting kind of boring? We'll see if the puzzle ever gets dethroned from its number one spot. But I think for the last 3 or 4 most used videos, this puzzle has come in at number one. Anyways, just short and sweet today, a little collection video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you found this interesting, I would greatly appreciate a like or subscribe, especially if you've seen more than one of my videos in the past. Subscribing really helps to support this channel. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!